Hello, St. Louis. All right. Yeah, likely we'll get to these with tomorrow's stream. I will do the whole I don't know, whatever the hell, the whole give me money, I do a video thing. But this is Secular Talk. Steve Bannon shocks all, says the quiet part out loud. Kyle Kalinske Show. What quiet part does he say out loud? That you're a fucking idiot for taking to wife a 40-plus-year-old woman that has 3 kids by 2 different men? When, Kyle, even though I hate to say this, you could have easily done a lot better and a lot younger? Is this Steve Bannon saying he's going to get Trump a 3rd term? Because even if by some miracle Steve Bannon could find a way around the 22nd Amendment, that means it goes the other way too. Meaning Trump at 82 would not face Gavin Newsom. He would not face AOC. He wouldn't face Gretchen Whitmer. He would face Barack Obama, and Obama would crush him. Look, I think Barack Obama is one of the worst presidents we've ever had, but the man has charisma coming out of his ass. I don't think Trump beats Obama in any scenario.
Steve Bannon, the influential Trump ally, likened Congress to the Duma, the Russian assembly that is largely ceremonial. Congress, Democrats, do you understand what they're saying here?
They're just saying shit. It doesn't mean anything. If Trump was a dictator, the government would not be shut down, you stupid fuck.
They're saying, y'all a bunch of bitches. They're saying, you're useless. They're saying they...
Well, one, Congress, yes, is pretty much useless. But again, if it had no power, the government would not be shut down.
Could fucking steamroll your ass and get away with it day after day after day. That's what they're saying. Are you going to do something?
Yeah, and just because they said it doesn't mean we need to do dick about it.
About it, or are you just going to sit there and bleed? That's the question. Because, look, to this point, Chuck Schumer...
Well, I don't know. Are you going to actually marry a woman that could bear you children, or are you just going to sit there and watch your balls dry up? Because Lord knows her eggs have dried up.
And Hakeem Jeffries...
And, by the way, more than happy to fight Kyle Kalinske if he gets all pissed, if he sees this and gets all pissed off at me. More than happy to do a charity boxing match with you, bro.
Go back to what Elon Musk was doing with Doge, right? He was illegally hacking into our government.
He was trying to remove waste, which I'm a big fan of. Our government is ridiculous. Again, Kyle, go to the DMV. When you go to the DMV, watch the employees. Half of them will be working. The other half will be sitting around chit-chatting.
He cut the Department of Education and FEMA and...
Look, the whole health inspector thing was largely useless anyway. If you watch Kitchen Nightmares, you know how useless they actually are. Was Meals on Wheels a government program, or was that a private charity that happened to get some government money? Because if it's a private charity, it can survive on private donations, which I believe Meals on Wheels largely did. And also, I don't give a fuck. Let the kindness of neighbors deal with that.
Here is Sloppy Steve on News Nation. Listen to this.
So let me ask you about Trump 2028. We have a 22nd Amendment which bars anybody from running for a 3rd term. Do you think that...
Yeah, after one of the worst presidents we've ever had, FDR. Also, Kyle, you can go full screen.
I think that there are many different alternatives that at the appropriate time after the midterms in 26, we will roll out. But I think
all right. Steve's just full of shit here. One, you're never going to get around the 22nd. But again, let's say somehow, miraculously, you did. Then Trump doesn't face Newsom or AOC or any of the easy opponents. He faces the one that will most likely crush him, Obama. Again, Kyle, do you know how badly that would backfire on them? Because that means it would go for the Democrats as well, and they could bring out Obama's ass. And also, even if we do somehow, some way have a president for life, how many more years do you think Donald Trump has? I don't think he's making it through this term. That's what I truly do believe. At some point, this man's love of junk food, this man's love of McDonald's is going to catch up with him.
Starts with, oh, we're just trolling, right? The Trump 2028 hats. Trump goes to negotiate with Democrats in the Oval Office. He's got a Trump 2028 hat staring right at Hakeem Jeffries, staring right at Chuck Schumer. They walked in, sat down, and engaged in the negotiation. I would have marched right the fuck out the second I saw that. So,
why? It means nothing. And this is why, Kyle, you'll never hold political office, why your side will never hold political office. And if you keep pushing the Democrats to embrace your bullshit, they will forever be a minority party. They will be a regional party, like you thought the Democrats were going to be. And yet, what happened after the first term? Trump left office, and we had to suffer 4 years under Joe Biden. I don't know what to tell you, dog. January 6th had nothing to do with Trump criminally. As for him wanting to challenge the electoral results, well, that's perfectly fine under our laws.
violence on January 6th, saying, don't certify Joe Biden. I want to stay in office. Bill was right. I was wrong. Now, I'm not going to make the same fucking mistake. He means Trump 2028. He means it.
And when Trump leaves in 2029, like he left in 2021, on January 20th at noon, fuck you gonna say then, kid? All right, I can't deal with any more Kyle Kulinski.
That their insurance premiums are up to doubling.
Yeah, gee, it's almost like there was this fuckhead. It mandatory that every person had to have insurance. Maybe if Obama hadn't fucked with the healthcare system, insurance would still be at the super affordable level it was. Versus much like car insurance, they can charge whatever they want. I'm sorry, but Obamacare is one of the worst things that America ever fucking did. The best way to run healthcare is to completely privatize it. My opinion.
Are going to double for millions of people.
Again, it's because that fuckhead Obama made having medical insurance in this country mandatory. And god damn it, fuck you, John McCain, for not repealing it.
Across the country.
At a time when we are already paying, by far, the highest prices in the world.
And we have the fastest access to healthcare anywhere else in the world. You stupid, dumb, old socialist. Why can't you just die? Fuck.
People getting bankrupt over chemotherapy, people going to the pharmacy and not being able to get their insulin. And frankly, it means a lot of Americans are going to be in danger.
And I
don't care. I don't give two shits. They can go fuck themselves. I don't want to pay for it.
But there have been studies out there that when you combine,
And yet, somehow, long before the ACA, everyone was still able to afford insulin. Odd that.
More than 50,000 Americans could die every single year, as Bernie Sanders pointed out. And
I don't care.
I don't
That's
give a
not
shit.
just
Get a job.
a number, by the way. That could be your brother or your sister or
Bad choice of words. I want Obamacare completely and utterly repealed. We were fine without mandatory health care before. We were fine without mandatory health insurance before. Everything was fucking fine before Obama had to stick his big black dick in the healthcare system and fuck it up even worse. Because Obama's an idiot. He's a charismatic idiot, but he's a fucking idiot. Yeah, I wanted the complete repeal of Obamacare, which we almost had, except for Senator John fucking McCain.
they're claiming that Democrats are demanding free healthcare specifically for undocumented immigrants.
They are, you stupid fuck.
That is a huge lie. That is
No, it's not a huge lie, you soft-spoken cum gargler.
not what Democrats are asking for. They're not that cool. Democrats don't even support free healthcare for Americans, let alone undocumented immigrants.
Healthcare shouldn't be free. You don't have the right to somebody else's services. That's like saying a baker who, let's say, bakes donuts has to give his donuts away for free. You'd say that's absurd. Well, it's the same thing as a doctor. A doctor doesn't have to give his services away for free, and I don't want to pay for everyone else's doctor's visits.
Simply trying to stop healthcare costs from skyrocketing within the next couple of months. And I'll tell you how much that cost is going to go up in a couple of moments. But first, I have to address.
And let's be honest, Mike, you don't give a shit about your fellow man either. You're just as self-centered and self-involved and whatever else as I am. I am literally your mirror. Except I like to lick pussy instead of suck dick.
This idea that immigrants shouldn't have healthcare. I think it's so disgusting that
No, illegal immigrants shouldn't have access to healthcare. Especially free healthcare. They can go fuck themselves. I don't care. Of all the people on YouTube that I would love to face in a boxing match, he usually tops the list. Anyway, I'm done. I can't deal with him today. This might be a rapid fire episode. Transgender flees America, finds out the rest of the world sucks.
You may not know what's going on with me. I've decided to leave the country, and after deliberating on a few different plans and figuring out where things might be best, I decided to come to the United Kingdom.
Okay, they went to the UK, which is currently being taken over by Islam. Islam is not the most friendly to the trannies. She was born with a dick, so she doesn't qualify for discrimination of women laws. Well, it's also being taken over by Islam, so pretty quickly Islam will be under Sharia law, so you're going to be royally fucked then. You might want to come back home, sweetheart. See? I called her sweetheart. I'm progressive.
An hour ago, it was assaulted by 3 men on the London Underground who tried to steal my phone and my bag.
Again, could these be the Islamic migrants that you fuckers keep championing? Yeah. There's a reason I have a bone to pick with Islam. Damn near all of it. Gee, maybe you should have stayed in the United States where, yeah, you don't like the president, but at least it's a safe place to live for the most part. And this isn't even the worst one. This is nowhere near the worst one. The worst one was a woman who decided to move back to after Trump won. She and her fiance, boyfriend, I don't know what, maybe husband, they decided to move back to Africa. Of course, they were black. They decided to move back to the motherland, Africa. And within about a month, they wanted to move back to the United States. Why? Because in Africa, or at least whatever country they were staying in Africa, running water was a luxury. Here in America, if your apartment doesn't have reliable running clean water, you can legally withhold rent. That's the difference.
It's an ideal going on. I mean, they were.
Gee, maybe you should have just, you know, I don't know. Stayed in your own country. And by the way, there's a lot of European countries that are a lot meaner.
As far as what country to go to and how to fund it and all of that, I mean, can't not legally work here.
So, how are you paying for it when you can't legally work there?
Not a lot of options. It hasn't been the best for them.
I'd say come back home to the U.S. because while you're transgender and annoying, we'll at least let you have a job. Yeah, you might want to start sucking the orange man's dick. Alright, this might be the last one, because I don't know how long it's going to take me. This video's over an hour. I'm probably not going to do the entire thing. But this is from the Cavernacle. The downfall of Taylor Swift has begun. How? The bitch is still worth $1 billion.
Loves Taylor Swift but hates the new album. Just know that that new album, what that sounds like to you, is what Taylor Swift has sounded like to all of us who don't like her music this whole time.
I haven't listened to her music before. I'm not going to listen to her music now. I don't give a sauteed rat's ass what her music is, but unless she is like literally saying, put my white dick in my white mouth, I don't think it's racist. I said Taylor Swift's new album sucks. I didn't get a single death threat from a Swiftie. That's how bad it is. The fact that you take a death threat from a Swiftie seriously shows how much of a fucking pussy you are. Here, I'll piss off the Swifties. Taylor Swift sucks then, sucks now, and will suck forever. And fuck her. I want her to be banned from all NFL games. Can I tell you what I actually agreed and disagree with Taylor Swift on? The NFL asked her to play at this year's Super Bowl, the halftime show. Because most likely it'll be her fiance, maybe then husband's, Kelsey's last year, even though right now the way the Chiefs are going, they ain't gonna fucking be at the Super Bowl. And she asked, her demands were ridiculous. You know, she wanted to own the show. And it's like, yeah, the NFL is not giving up a part of the Super Bowl. That's just not going to happen. But it's kind of like, but the NFL said, and they weren't going to pay her any money. And they're like, well, we pay our artists an exposure, and it's kind of like, well, 99% of the time, I would say, and especially in years past, the honor of playing the Super Bowl carried weight. These days, it doesn't, and B, she doesn't need it. Like, how much more famous can Taylor Swift get? I don't listen to her music and I know who the fuck she is. Hell, I'm annoyed with her just because they constantly cut to her during my football game. And it's not even her fault that I'm pissed off with her ass. Fuck Taylor Swift, she fucking sucks.
I drink that brown liquor. I make deals with the devil because my...
You're wearing a goddamn hijab. I don't give a flying fuck what your opinion is. You believe in a god that thinks you can't show your hair. Also, according to Islam, Taylor would be considered a whore, and I guess we could all grape the shit out of her, so there is that.
The word digmatized has been used in a Taylor Swift song.
Oh my god, is that a man? We desperately need to bring back bullying for the love of all that is fucking holy.
There are too many allusions to Travis's penis in that song. It's like one time would have been okay, but it's too many.
So what, do you think Taylor Swift likes to lick pussy, or did she finally have the feminism fucked out of her?
Corny. Like it's not clever, it's corny. Forgive me if it sounds cocky. He digmatized me and opened my eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. That is unforgivable.
So basically, she's saying she had the feminism fucked out of her. Also, don't you want the same thing? Don't you want a big redwood fucking tree dick? You fucking fat.
Forgivable to me. It's the redwood tree part that I'm like, okay, great. So you wanted us to know that Travis has a big dick. At what cost? Your dignity? Agreed.
It's not a cost to her dignity. It's maybe to him. And you wonder why the entire country has gay fatigue. And by the way, yes, if this was my son, I would absolutely disown him.
And it's okay to be graphic, but you can be graphic in a fun and cute way, like Sabrina Carpenter is.
Just not throwing what you thought was an ally. Just to do things in a way that's acceptable to you. Okay, fine.
Today's video is...
Oh, God, what the fuck is that thing? And I don't mean the Cavernacle. I know he's a soy boy fucking pussy-ass piece of shit. What the hell is the thing next to him? That's a woman? Oh, God.
My girlfriend Holly, we made 2 videos.
Well, Iron Gullet, if I am gay, then you can't go after me anymore because I'm one of the protected class. Isn't that funny? If I am actually gay, if I do want to suck dick, then actual Jake, Iron Gullet, none of these motherfuckers could ever go after me again. Because I'd be a member of the protected class. So, yeah, fine, whatever, fuck it. I like to suck dick, and I like to gargle cum, and have cum in my eyes. It's my fucking eye wash. Come on. Hello, St. Louis! Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to rock? Got a good show for you today. Got a damn good show. There. Jesus fucking Christ on a cock-licking throne. Jake's live now? I don't know his fucking broadcast schedule, nor do I care. Also, if he is live and I wanted to bring him on, wouldn't this be the perfect fucking time?
Drag his ass out, put handcuffs on him, and throw him in a fucking jail cell.
For what fucking crime, you stupid, liberal, dried up twat?
What are you afraid of? For God's sakes, are you so scared for your own little personal life that...
Because if we throw Trump in jail for crimes that he committed, every single president that we've ever had, still living, so Billy Clinton to Donald Trump, they'd all have to go. Including Billy Clinton and Barack Obama. And, because she probably had a hand in it, Hillary Clinton as well. And probably Michelle Obama.
Democrats? You! There's a...
Well, the overwhelming majority of the country voted for Donald Trump. He won the popular vote. So, fuck you.
Handful in there that are actually trying to do something. The rest of you feckless, spineless pieces of shit, we're gonna vote your asses out too. Shame on all you ignorant motherfuckers.
Zucker cuck caves to Trump's war on free speech in humiliating fashion. I'm sorry, wasn't Zucker cuck bending the knee to Biden's war on free speech?
How much are you spending, would you say, over the next few years?
Oh, gosh. I think it's probably going to be something like, I don't know, at least $600 billion through 28 in the U.S. Yeah.
It's a lot.
No, it's significant.
That's a lot. Thank you, Mark. It's great to have you.
Paying attention, but sorry, I wasn't ready to do our bid for announcement.
He said I wasn't
sure what number you wanted to go with.
Remember, Mark Zuckerberg decided...
I believe that was the case, Kuklinski. Again, are you just getting frustrated because Crystal just keeps that key to your chastity cage around her fucking neck?
Decided to make a... In fact, there's a number of instances where he talked about, oh, God, the Biden administration wanted me to censor COVID disinformation, and they wanted me to take down the Hunter Biden laptop.
Yeah, a bunch of shit about COVID was bullshit. Like it being a deadly disease. And the Hunter Biden laptop not being real, which it fucking was. Sorry, COVID was a bad flu. That's it.
Some folks on our team, I was like, hey, just so you know, like, you should be on high alert. There was we thought that there was a lot of Russian propaganda in the...
When did Marky Mark film this? Because this looks like Rogan's old set.
That. So just...
And this whole idea of we need to fight against disinformation is fucking stupid. Here's what you should do if you read a claim. This is what you should do. Take the claim, read the claim, and then do your own research to find out if it's not bullshit. It'll usually take you about 2, maybe 3 minutes to figure out if it's and usually less than that even to figure out it's complete horse shit.
Just be vigilant. I think it was 5 or 7 days when it was basically being...
If somebody tells me that Trump, Biden, Kamala Harris, Bernie Sanders, fucking whoever the president of the Libertarian Party is at the moment, if they're Russian Asians, I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to take your claim. And now I'm going to do my own research against it. I don't need to be protected against disinformation. Because I have the ability to do some fucking research of my own. This idea that we need to be dealt... This is why I knew COVID was bullshit. Long before anyone else said it. Yeah, they did. And they did on YouTube. And they did on Twitter. And they did all over the place. Because they needed COVID to be more than what it was to cover up the fact that I believe Joe Biden and the Democrats stole the 2020 election. Again, Donald Trump's winning Tuesday night, and then suddenly the votes go 90-10 for Biden. And Biden only wins by 40,000 fucking votes. So forgive me for thinking that Biden may have employed underhanded shenanigans.
This is from Pam Bondi. Today, following outreach from the Justice Department, Facebook removed a large group page that was being used to dox and target ICE government agents.
Yeah, not doxing and targeting ICE agents is a good idea, removing that page. It's also illegal. God, you smug, stupid son of a bitch.
In Chicago, the wave of violence against ICE has been driven by online...
Literally in Chicago, an ICE vehicle got rammed today. Like, I hate to give Tim Pool any credence on this, but yeah, it's getting to a Civil War style thing. It's just the Confederates this time will be crushed within a week. Yeah. Violence against ICE officers is unacceptable. Tell you what, Kyle. You want illegals in this country? Then you and Crystal pay for them. You, Crystal, and all your stupid fucking bleeding heart liberal buddies pay for them. But I do not want 1 red cent of my tax money that I send to the government going to these fuckers. They can go back home. And you're the same party that hasn't been able to shut the fuck up about January 6th for like 6 fucking years. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck off, you peroxided haired piece of shit. Fuck off.
Imminent violence against federal law enforcement. So a couple things. There was no imminent incitement of violence. That's just total.
What? Yes, there was. Unlike the right, the left, especially Antifa, is inherently violent. What do you think by any means necessary means?
Totally and utterly made up. That's point number 1. Point number 2 is, if you are...
Oh my God, I swear to God, every time these days that I listen to Kyle, maybe it is getting to a civil war, because anytime I listen to Kyle anymore, I want to kick the shit out of him. I literally want to have a fight with the man. Just to bitch slap him back down and show how weak he really is. Because Lord knows his fucking wife hasn't let him out of his cock cage for a week.
Law enforcement official, we have a right to know who you are.
No, you fucking don't! Fuck you! Because they're not state and local law enforcement. They're federal. So fuck you! And they don't need their families doxxed and harassed. Fuck you! How about this? How would you feel if I started doxing and harassing your fucking stepfamily? Because that's what it is, Kyle. It's a fucking stepfamily. How would you feel about that? Oh, yeah, right. You wouldn't like it.
That's not an if. That's not a question. The reality is, if you work for the government, state, local, or federal, you are paid. I am your boss. I pay you. The person watching...
No, you're not. Fuck you.
watching this. You are their boss. You pay them. You pay their salary. You pay taxes.
Oh my God, I can't do this today because I'm gonna end up saying something that'll get me a strike. I'm gonna end up saying something that'll get me a strike or a lawsuit. I've got to stop. He is pissing me off that bad.
I know a lot of people are hoping that we'll...
You know what? One last thing I'm gonna fucking say about this.
Okay, you have the right to know who they are, but when Antifa shows up with their fat
ass black masks.
Oh, they can keep them. Oh, and some jerk-off, jackass, asshole, dickless, fucking coward shows up at the grocery store with triple mask. That's fine. They can mask. Ice can't. Yeah, fuck you and your double standards, Kyle Kuklinski. I hope you jerk off real well through your chastity cage while Crystal gets fucked by her real husband. We'll have an opportunity to restore the...
Congressional districts should not be drawn with the race of the population in mind. They should simply be drawn on numbers. I'm sorry that sucks for you, Mike, and you're probably going to lose every election now. But life fucking sucks.
Right-wing oligarchs now own the most prominent media and social...
Name them. Twitter is not the most prominent social media apparatus. And it's certainly not the most powerful. The most powerful, I would have to go with OnlyFans. And I don't know who the fuck owns that.
Also started to take control of voting machines just last week.
Oh my God. And you were all telling us 4 years ago in the 2020 election when we questioned Dominion voting machines. Oh, trust the machines. They're fine. They're great. Now that a conservative right-wing group has taken them over, or right-wing business or whatever has taken them over, now you're all pissy about them. Mike, I don't know how to tell you this, but the country at large has gotten sick of your double standard stupid bullshit. Okay? We can all see the double standard because right now, everything everyone says, especially online, is forever. I think it was Nancy Grace was the first one to fall to this. Nancy Grace versus Nancy Grace. But it's everyone on the left. Yeah, I'm sorry, but Antifa is a domestic terrorist organization. They're not a peaceful protest group. I mean, unless you want to consider firebombing ICE vehicles peaceful protest. Yeah, they are paid for. They are bought. They are organized. They are an organization. They have a hierarchy, for Christ's sakes. And they're lucky I'm not president, because I would be far more brutal. I'd be far more brutal with Antifa.
Constructed because...
Hell, you think I'm the mustache man? I'll give you the mustache man.
This takes a lot of money.
Except they're not anti-fascist protesters. Fascism, fascist. So go fuck yourself.
To expect violence if you protest this regime. It's a threat. Organizing...
Except Antifa commits violence. They have not said as long as you peacefully protest... They've not said if you peacefully protest, we're still coming after you if you have a message we disagree with. But Antifa doesn't peacefully protest. Now do they? And you know this, Mike. You're not that fucking retarded. And these people wonder why they're never gonna win again. I got a big problem when you start breaking shit, which inevitably happens with every leftist protest. Because you're whiny little bitches who grew up in a single mom home and never had daddy to smack you around and let you know your place. And if it was up to me, cutie, guess what? I would pass a law that says drivers get to run your ass over. You don't have the right to block the street. Drivers have the right to run your ass over.
Calling for the repeal of the 22nd Amendment.
Okay, fine. Let's say, and this is where I'm going to end this because I can't handle this. Let's say the 22nd Amendment gets repealed. He'd face Barack Obama. Obama again. Barack Obama. Again, Barack Obama.
To put it into perspective for you all, it wouldn't just pave the way for a return to Jim Crow, literally. It would lock in...
How? How would it return to Jim Crow if we just drew districts and divvied up districts based on population? So everyone has about an equal amount of population. How would that be a return to Jim Crow? You cum gargling cocksucker.
To discriminate against black people is tantamount to...
Oh my God, no, but they're a minority. They're 13% of the population. How big of a voice should they have?
Racism against white people.
Are you struggling in your calculus class? Do you have a hard time understanding your instructor? Do you...
Right? They want to be able to discriminate against black people and gerrymander their representation away, dilute their voting power, and if they can't do...
Well, because their voting power under your system is overrepresented, not equally represented. I'm sorry, I thought you were the party that wanted to do away with the Electoral College and one person, one vote. Wasn't that your aim the first time Trump won? I believe it was, you cum gargling cock-sucking piece of shit. At this point, you know, call me crazy, but California could flip red.
These members of her staff, of course, and she...
By the way, how many of you would actually pay to watch a lesbian porno between Megyn Kelly and Anna Kasparian? I think if they actually started 69ing one another and eating each other out, I think their fucking chins, their respective chins, would actually start to cause wounds. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm right. Do you think their chins would actually just start carving each other's pussies up?
He has a lot of turnover.
That's how wide my side is.
It's crazy.
Just so you know, I'm a leader.
All right. That's the end of the show. Good night, everybody. Oh yeah, I mean, everybody is gonna make mistakes when they're cooking. One of my most famous ones, one of my favorite mistakes was I came up with the brainy idea of mustard burgers. And I thought these things would have the, just a tinge of mustard. Well, I added way too much mustard. And so the meat couldn't form into patties. So I'm like, okay, I'll readjust the seasoning and make it sloppy joes, mustard joes. Well, they cooked. And then when I went to taste test, it was like I took a bottle of mustard, filled a spoonful of mustard, and just ate that. So there was only one last thing to do. Trash it, call pizza.
Get a little cold. The burgers go face down.
God damn, that's hotter than Jenna Ortega's tits. I can hear Jake in Michigan going, "You're disgusting."
Look at you, my pretty. Quick. What could this be? Not gonna lie, that never gets.
Now, here's first of the 2 videos from the sandwich whore. Alright, so we have some tomatoes, fresh mods, looks like an Italian roll, mayo, I assume, some salt and pepper in the tomatoes. Okay, the fresh must be cream cheese. What the fuck is this? Oh, okay, some parsley butter. You know, I will say, as much as I make fun of her profession, she can actually make sandwiches. Which is more than I can say for most chicks online. Place the pan. Salt and pepper. Are they going to deglaze this pan at any point? Already I don't like this. I'm just not... Look, I'm sure this is probably delicious, but I'm not a big fan of spinach. You know, it's kind of like, okay, already I got a problem. Unless this is like 4 ounces of pasta. This is way too small of a pot. Yeah, and I'm not the biggest... I like a lot of pasta. I like a lot of... Ugh. Jesus, this is going to be a fun stream. I can't even fucking talk. I like a lot of water when I do pasta. I don't know if I can get French-style butter here in the States, nor do I care. I don't know. I always get irritated when people don't use a full pound of pasta, because that's what comes in the goddamn box. Yes, I'm actually hungry right now, and I don't know why I'm putting myself through torture.
Top it with Munster cheese, super caramelized onions. It all gets melted.
You know what? I'm going to say pizza is my favorite because I could eat pizza every day, and I don't think I could eat burgers every day. I don't think I could eat brats every day either. But I could eat pizza every day because pizza's a blank canvas.
That leoparding looks amazing. Oh.
Normally, I don't like the whole V thing with pizza, but you know what? Fuck it, I'll allow it.
I did a 96-hour cool rise. I started with a Poolish, made that 12 hours in advance. Poolish was about 25% of the entire recipe.
I like my sauce recipe a lot, but hell, I'm always willing to try other people's. Not to be a dick, but just cheese?
If there's something you...
I mean, it's kind of like... Again, there's always places that have like some bang, but usually it's like a 5 or 6 cheese mix. But, hey, whatever, it's his pizza, his house, he can do whatever he wants. Then again, on that note, I could be wrong, but I think cheese pizza is like super popular in New York. You know, maybe it's because I'm from the fucking Midwest.
You know anything about pizza, you know what that means.
So, I don't know. If anybody is from the East Coast or New York, if you could fill me in. All right, we're going to have a real quick poll. Because we're coming to the end of the stream. Got about 10 or so minutes before the stream ends. Because, again, I'm getting hungry and I want to cook. But you never know. I'm kind of unpredictable. Actual Jake, whatever the fuck what did he do in his last video? Okay, he played Baldur's Gate 3 in his last one. But the last one where he did videos... Well, that ain't me. So Jake's going after a professional chef that isn't me. Oh, there I am. Oh, he went after my chicken yakitori. You know what? Fuck it. Would you rather have me do Jake's critique of an actual professional chef? Alright. Looks like Jake has won. Because he has the majority of the votes. I don't think there's enough people left to sway it. So I'm going to end it. And then we'll start with this. And then maybe bleed on into me. Okay, Jake.
So we take the.
So
the
Jake's
brisket.
apparently high
do you
as
think,
hell.
Do you think there's going to be this kind of care or technical skill employed in Dave's? Because I do. I think Dave's going to crush it. I'm a little carnivore.
Okay, so basically
at
he's
heart.
just sucking this guy's dick. So let's go with mine. Which, even if I did have the same technique as him, I would, he wouldn't give me, I could beat this guy and he still wouldn't. He's got Dave derangement syndrome. Add of brown sugar.
Okie dokie.
Give this a quick whisk. You're unusually quiet, Jake. What's wrong, buddy? For 30 minutes. What's wrong, Jakey? Got nothing to say? Green onion. Now, when I made this video, when I shot it, not when I edited it, but when I shot it, it was pouring rain out. So I decided and I had to go on the chicken. So I decided, well, I can't grill in the rain. It was actually raining hard enough for me not to be able to grill. So I said, well, it's either this or I just do it in a wok. So I chose, it's either I don't do it at all or I do it in a wok. So I decided to do it in a wok. Let's see what Dickhead has to say about it. I bought green onions, but you know what? I'm gonna leave everyone in suspense. I gotta take a quick piss break. I'll be right back. Go get yourself another snack. All right, let's see what he's got to say. I got to cut him up.
It would be lovely to have stuff to watch while you're talking and for it to be in focus.
But there,
not an argument.
You have stuff to watch, dickhead. It's called The Pot. Watch The Pot. And also, again, not an argument. Again, I do about 12 to 15 of them a month. You haven't done one for over a year. Oh, yakitori is traditionally... Come on, Jake! Come on! Come on!
Well, as you can see...
You wouldn't even let me get my point out of why I did it in a wok. Oh my God! And again, Jake, for the 5,000th time, make your own yakitori and make it better than me if you're so good.
Not yakitori. Not yakitori at all.
I'm sorry, but I made a yakitori sauce. How is that not yakitori then?
In a dead cold wok, let's go. Dumped out of a bowl, let's go. You need
I'm not stir-frying them!
a rippin' hot wok to stir-fry anything. I can't...
This is me playing the world's smallest violin for your objections over the heat of my wok.
I can't Well, don't call it chicken yakitori for one. That would be
I'll call it whatever the fuck I want. I don't give a fuck.
I thought Twinkies were a goddamn pastry treat that would survive the apocalypse. Isn't that just a fucking jalapeno popper? That's a jalapeno popper! Well, once again, you're just making a fucking jalapeno popper. You're not making anything that would be considered a Twinkie. You're not making a fucking Twinkie, dog. My objection to this recipe is not the meatballs. Everything is fine right now with the meatballs and with this sauce. My objection is what he called it, Spicy Red Devil. Then why call it Red Devil? Bullshit. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't eat it. I'm just bitching about the name. This is not that hot.
okay. It'd be okay not to call it that, since it isn't. Like, call it stir-fried chicken.
Except it's not stir fry. Stir fry implies that I'm going to add veggies and a bunch of other shit into it. No, this is just for the meat. So fuck off, fuck you, kiss my ass, suck my dick, and go to hell.
Dave, that maybe you should check out how to do the recipe?
Has it ever occurred to you that you're wrong most of the time, Jake? Has it ever occurred to you that, again, I'm just better at this than you? I gave you my fucking sauce!
Yeah, what do you want from me? I know.
Sperm bank!
Now he's seasoning it while it's sitting in the...
Oh my god, you don't season meat before you fucking cook it! You draw moisture out of it, you dumb fuck!
You don't have to, then.
No, you don't season it overnight. You can brine the fucker overnight. You can marinate the fucker overnight. But you don't season it overnight. Otherwise, your chicken is going to be drier than Jennifer Aniston's cunt.
You can do it, you know.
The two main ingredients in a brine are water and vinegar.
And by any other means.
You know what? I may actually, just to prove your sorry ass wrong, I may actually buy some chicken breasts and deliberately deliberately do this. Do what you suggested, and watch as a dry ass piece of chicken comes out.
So, you're doing it wrong.
Okay, Jake. Make a chicken yakitori video and school me. You won't, because you're a bitch.
Do you always get these beige-ass pieces of meat that are overcooked? Always. Are you tired of that? Do you...
So, an entire section of cooking that uses woks has dry-ass chicken. Oh my god, go fuck yourself.
You think that's just what chicken tastes like?
All right.
Yeah, these are fucking boiled rubber balls.
Actually, they were pretty good and didn't last long.
Right into the oil.
Yes!
Guy who drains his burger every time.
Drains my burger. Oh my god. There's a big difference between the amount of fat, which is diddly dick, when it comes to chicken breast, flavoring a small amount of olive oil, or veggie oil, I forget what I use, a small amount of oil, and then pouring sauce into that versus 80-20 ground beef and 20% of the contents as liquid fat. Oh my God, you are you just deliberately being a contrarian, or are you this fucking retarded? Boy, I'd love to have your tacos. I'll probably have a fucking heart attack when I'm done. Is there anything more of interest on this stream? Alright, let's see what he's got to say about this.
Gray and boiled. Yummy.
You... How is it boiled? It wasn't cooked in water. It was cooked in its own fat, you fat fucking retarded piece of shit.
Gray and boiled. Yummy.
Again, no, it wasn't. It was cooked in its own fat. If it was boiled, it'd be in water. Again, how does your meat come out?
I'm gonna give Jake a crown I never thought I'd give anyone except one man. Jake, it is official. You can kneel. I now dub thee the king of pompous, smug dickheads who can't actually cook. You, sir, have done the impossible and replaced Stephen Reichland. Yes, you have all witnessed history. Jake just replaced Reichland.
Like, where do we think they are on the political spectrum?
Is that my pimp hat? Okay, I'm a pirate.
Real hot. Get the ground meat into like a hot oiled situation and push it down and just spread it out a little bit. Just push it down, but just leave it and leave one side to like crisp up for a little bit.
Except you didn't do that when you made pasta, so fuck off. Even if I were to make this one giant smash burger for some reason, which I wouldn't do, but if I were to, any crispiness would be lost when this goes into a tomato sauce to stew for 30 fucking minutes. Jake, this is your biggest problem. You don't actually wait to see what I'm going for. Because you're a fucking retard that can't help but just say something. God, you did the exact same thing with Shoe on Head. Didn't let her finish your point, said something that you think epically owned her, and then get obliterated on the backside.
And flip it around, and I still hate that he drains it.
And what would you prefer? Me leaving this thing, which is just going to become solid fat things? Something like little fat pustules, molecules, whatever? Yeah, you drain burger. You drain bacon. They're a little high in fat, dipshit.
Just cook the onions in it.
You've gotten the burger out. You want to add a cup of diced up onion. Trust me, there's enough left over. There's enough grease left over from just the light dumping where I don't need to add anything to the onions. That said, I can't remember if I added something here or not. I don't think I did.
This is the same guy that's going to tell me like beef tallow is like the best. Shit like that.
Yes, beef tallow is delicious and delicious to fry French fries in. However, I don't want little droplets of beef tallow to become hardened when I eat my pasta the next day. Yeah, little things of beef tallow in cold pasta sauce are disgusting. Oh my God, do you not know what ingredient purpose is?
But he's not going to
onion. There is enough fat left over to cook these onions. As you can see, I didn't wipe the pan out. Oh, also add a little bit of olive oil.
See?
to the pot. Yeah, I added a little bit. After a couple of minutes,
Like, this could be definitely hotter, but that is the correct state. Like,
And-
these are the correct steps in order. Aromatics, and then you hit it with the tomato paste and whatever, and now you're deglazing the whole thing.
my God, Jake is giving me a compliment. I'll remember this. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, except any attempt at a smash burger or any of that crap is lost because, again, it's going to sit in the sauce for 30 minutes. You want the oils from the herbs in this. You don't get that when you put it in the violent deglazing part. Jake, listen to Gordon Ramsay. Listen to Jacques Pepin. Listen to Wolfgang Puck. Listen to Thomas Kellner. These are the guys that taught me.
Add the noodles to our sauce. Add the sauce to the noodles.
No, you add the noodles to the sauce. Why would you create more problem? Fuck it, whatever. I don't care. You can add.
If he was just doing this the whole time, I'd never watch his shit. It would be boring stuff.
Salt the water. Make sure it's.
He's gonna.
No, you know why you watch my shit? Is because you know I'm better than you. You know I'm better than you at this.
The problem is what he's gonna do. He's gonna take all this boiled spaghetti and pour it into that pot, and that's just gonna be sad.
And whatever the minimum. I'm not going to add sauce to naked noodles in the serving bowl. What are you, fucking retarded or 12? Yes, I am going to add the noodles to the sauce like a normal fucking human being. Like God damn it, like every goddamn Italian chef I've seen. God, you always add the noodles to the sauce before you serve it. Minute or two before we serve
Have
it.
you ever seen an Italian person do this?
Yes! Yes, I have! The only exception would be if I'm making Sunday gravy.
On the end of this paddle, and you're like moving this sludge around, and you're trying really hard to incorporate it.
Oh my God.
And otherwise,
so apparently you don't know how to stir anything. Great. So you're functionally retarded. Fucking wonderful. All right, that's where I'm gonna end this stream. Fuck it.
fine sauce.
Yeah, again, all my noodles are coated. Fuck off and fuck you. All right, that ends this one. Jake, I invite you to recreate any of my recipes. You will fail. Because you suck. And as for the rest of you, I will either see you later today on Lord of Patriarchy, or I will see you all tomorrow. Good night, everybody!
In a pan,
Hey,
add a drizzle of olive.
that is a place you can actually surprisingly get decent food, is a bowling alley.